Hey,
It says we're live. Oh
bye.
my goodness. Okay, so it's been a while since I have done my live interviews and I've missed it so much. I've missed talking to incredible creators in our industry. So today I have with me Jaclyn Rae. Um, do me a favor. So real quick, Jamie Young here, founder of Uptown Screen Printing, Personalized Gifts. I'm located here in Battleground, Washington, right in the heart of downtown. Jaclyn, where are you tuning in from today?
I'm tuning in from Portland in our southeast.
Awesome. What is your business?
So my business is I do plant-based coaching and I offer many solutions to helping people become healthy.
Awesome. So, what inspired you to do what you do?
So basically, I had my own transformation that I went through since childhood. Um, I didn't know, but I was struggling with food allergies at a very young age. I was unable to keep food down. I had poor digestion, and alongside other health issues that came up down the road. So in my 20s, I found out that I had an incurable, I had an autoimmune disease that was not curable, and the only way to subside some of the symptoms was through diet and healthy lifestyle. And I found out what I needed to do as far as eating the proper food combinations, plant based meals being my foundation. And as I'm a vegan chef as well, I kind of came up with my own solution where I went raw vegan for after I found out about all of my health ailments I was facing. I went raw vegan for about 3 to 4 years and healed my gut. And then I'm still vegan. I still just eat plant based, but basically the raw vegan diet was uncooked food and very alkalizing. So it minimized any kind of infection or any kind of like um, symptoms that were carrying over into my health, and I healed. So that's my transformation, and that's why I got into nutrition and wanting to help others with my story. And one of my main focuses just being on helping others become educated in nutrition, health, and then just trying to find that right balance in a holistic manner.
When I hear raw, like I immediately think of uncooked foods. Is that a silly thought? Like, do you cook foods when you hear raw food diets? Like, I guess this is a myth buster, or maybe just the first thing I think is right.
Yeah, no, you're right. If you don't cook your food, you basically are eating as you would, pick up whole foods from the grocery store, like your vegetables and fruits or microgreens or, you know, anything that would be good in a salad or anything that would be good, just thrown into a smoothie or, I mean, there's a lot of recipes out there. And mine, I actually catered towards my food allergies, which was very severe because I ended up in the ER several times. And I didn't want to end up in the ER anymore, so I had to take it seriously. I never really ate out after, starting that lifestyle and that journey. And I'm definitely managing my food allergies. I haven't had kind of, any kind of symptoms rear their ugly head. So I'm very thankful for that.
I have to ask, what did you have for breakfast this morning?
Well, yeah. So this morning, I like to start my mornings with smoothies. Um, that or I do overnight oats, which I prepare the night before and just simply, you know, soak the oats with nut milk and fresh fresh or frozen berries, and it flavors it doesn't need anything else more than that. And the smoothies, I kind of do the same thing. I mean, I even throw oats into my smoothies as well. As long as they're gluten-free oats, I do okay.
What'd you have for lunch today?
So what I had for lunch today was this plant-based alternative. I'm trying to tap into new things, and I found this plant-based alternative sausage. And I'm not huge on eating plant-based like meat, as you could say. I'm not really into the meat flavor, but eating something that has a little bit more substance, it kind of like, for me, I like variety and having different things in my meal consumption. So for me, it's not an everyday thing, but definitely once in a while, trying new things and seeing how my body reacts to it is a good thing to do.
When we talked originally, you really captured my attention at, quit craving junk food and how to lose weight and not so much on the losing weight, because like I just feel so good, especially clear headed when I eat really well. Like when I do make my smoothies and I do put my oats in it, I am just like so good that day in all areas of my life. And so I was super interested in like learning more. And you had mentioned like, your recipe book. So
Oh, yeah.
you have also honored the people that get to catch this live or the replay with the possibility of them getting this recipe book. I hope I can have a recipe book too,
Yeah.
or maybe I could buy one.
Yeah, I'd be happy to for hosting and being here for me and supporting. I think that would be a great idea. And yeah, to be part of the raffle, just on this event, people can comment on it, say they're going to the event, visit the event page and say they're going, comment to be added twice to the bucket, or share the event. And that will give you the chance to have your name drawn and be our winner.
Yay! I have someone hopping in really quick. Hold on. I'm going to send them a message on where to view this. Okay. So hold on 1 second.
I will also just explain a little bit more about my book. So
Yeah,
my book
please.
is 30 of my raw vegan recipes. They're the ones I use to heal my gut and get my digestive tract back on track. And basically 30 days, 30 meals, and it's only $14.99 regularly. But today we are going to pull a winner from our hat. So I'm happy for anybody that wants the book and is excited to learn more.
Okay. So we all know that, wait, how long has it been? has it been 10 months since we've kind of been in lockdown? Is that how long it's been? I think it's been like 10 months.
Ooh, it's scary to think about that.
What what has been different for you in this last year? Like what have you had to change? What did your business look like prior to March of 2020? And bringing that full circle to what's happening now in your business. Any events or upcoming programs? I mean, like take us full circle here.
So I actually established my company this year, but I have been working on my business model and everything up until this point. Before COVID hit, I actually was starting to gear up and get my clientele going. It's all word of mouth. Even though I have my beautiful website that I work really hard on, all the content and stuff, it's just the relationships that kind of like the connections like even you and I had. We met on social media, which I was not really used to doing before COVID, but now
Right?
kind of what direction it's bringing me is just trying to find a connection and network with people. That's new for me, and put myself out there. That's huge, and I'm actually offering now. I'm offering not just my one-on-one coaching, but I'm also offering group sessions, and I'm in the middle of formulating the next series for the group sessions right now. So, and I'm in the middle of interviewing some fitness gurus or people who are well like educated in movement and can help, teach people how to move their bodies and alongside with nutrition coaching. So I think that's really huge.
We have Rosalinda Parrish. I don't know if you're still on. She's actually local here. She is a personal trainer, and I think that it would be, I think a connection was just made here.
Awesome.
So I
Well,
definitely think the two of you need to connect. I actually will make note to connect both of you together after this call because she is basically what you just explained.
okay. I'm so
And
excited.
she is on here live with us, I believe. So um, that is incredible. See, that is how we connect. But I'm sorry, back to you. And so now, what about any upcoming events or programs?
Yes, I have. Okay, I just launched before the New Year's it's a group fitness and nutrition series, which I'm actually still formulating that. I'm extending new kind of like a new direction with that, but also right now I have another program. They're both, these two that I'm mentioning are both group sessions, and they would go for like over a 3 week period of time. So it's like a series, and each of them would include different modalities. Like you could just say for the movement section, yoga would be one to consider, or hit fitness workout instructors. Anybody really that has like certifications or has training in that department is just somebody I would love to team up with. I mean, right now is the time, and I feel like just showing two different kinds of skill sets and bringing them together, it really does bring value to group, effort when people are trying to get healthy together.
Absolutely. Now, will you be doing this live? Will these be recorded so they can be consumed at a later time? What are you thinking?
That's a great question. So I don't want to spill all the beans, but basically it will be virtual and people will be able to access it virtually. So my last one that I just did before New Year's, we did it virtually. We didn't have a recorded segment for the attendees that were part of it, but that's something that I would love to branch out and offer. And it's definitely in the works. And I don't want to spill all the beans yet, but I definitely am really excited to be introducing what I have to offer to everybody.
Yay. All right, so I'm gonna go pop to your website here really quick because I want to go take a look at it. I know I've been on it. I feel like there's so many layers to what you have to offer. So not only are you a vegan health consultant, you've got this recipe book. I've actually been on your blog. That was definitely one thing that so I'm looking at this beautiful vegan zucchini pizza bites. So I see some food and smoothies. So let's kind of take this to like a personal, um, what is great in your world right now? What is bringing you joy?
Yeah, that is very personal. What brings me joy is being able to wake up and do better than I did the day before and know what I'm working towards and have my goals right out in front of me. That's what brings me joy because I know I'm working towards something that I believe in. And, what really makes it real to me is having those hard days that don't feel like I'm quite there yet. You know, we all have days like that, and it's interesting how for me, I'll look at like the whole mound of tasks to do, and I will never feel like I've gotten anything done. But really, I'm chipping away at the iceberg, and I am making huge waves. I'm moving forwards and propelling through and going forwards. And so for me, I'm just like, I'm always looking at that mound, but then I have to remember, okay, I got so much done in this little bit of time. Don't be so hard on myself. And then I remember to be joyful because it isn't easy, every day isn't easy. So you have to give yourself credit when you can.
Every day is not easy, even when it's not COVID. When it's COVID, it's just so much more difficult.
Yeah.
So Rochelle McMahon, nice to see you, dear. She says, I'm trying not to eat so much meat this year. So what would you say to somebody who's trying to, I don't know if Rochelle's looking to eliminate meat or if she's looking to reduce her consumptions. Like if this was a client reaching out to you, what would be the first thing that you would say to her?
Yeah, typically I ask my client the same thing is, are you trying to replace meat right now or are you eliminating it, like cold turkey? And usually the answer is no, I don't want to eliminate it yet, or I'm curious because I want to eat healthier. I always say, okay, what you want to do is you want to replace some of that meat with increase your amount of vegetables on your plate and think all of the colors of the rainbow on your plate. And if you're going to eliminate any of that protein, there's plant protein out there that you can put on your plate as well. You're not going to be missing out.
So that's a foreign term to me. What would be a good plant protein?
Okay,
What are
yeah,
the
that's a
proteins
great
that are not
question.
meat? I mean, the first thing I think of is like dairy, right? Like cheeses and eggs, but we're thinking differently than that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's a lot of other sources out there. So for somebody that's not plant-based or vegan, alternatives are beans, legumes, chickpeas, tofu. Um, uh, there's so many out there. I mean, even vegetables have protein in it, significant amounts of protein in it. Avocados do. Brussels sprouts. I know a lot of people don't like Brussels sprouts, but they're a really good source of protein. What else is there? Um, there's quite a bit out there. I mean, I'd be happy to provide a list of in the comment section. I would be happy to provide a list after our meeting today.
And I was just so curious, you know what I mean? Like the one thing
A
that
lot
comes
of
to my mind.
people actually do ask that question, and they don't realize because they grew up eating the standard American diet. And I even grew up eating the standard American diet. We had chicken, we had hamburger, you name it. And I was
Pizza, steak,
hard, but I did
spaghetti,
it. Yeah.
hamburger helper. Oh my goodness. Our parents were trying to kill us, I think.
Oh my gosh.
Trying to shorten our life. You know,
Yeah.
macaroni and cheese with hot dogs in it.
Oh
Like,
my gosh. They're not the best for you either.
yeah, my daughter who's 3, on Saturday. So the last time she asked for avocado, I like diced it up and I gave her a little bowl and she was like furious because she just wanted like the half of the avocado to eat it and like scoop it out. I was like so proud of her. She like just ate like a whole half of an avocado right out of the little skin bowl, you know. It was like the cutest thing ever. It's like she knows that her body needs that right now. And she, you know, she doesn't always do that, but
That's
um,
awesome. Yeah, I think when you're little, you actually know you intuitively know. Because when I was little, I used to scrape certain foods to the side of my plate. I still do it, and I love cooking with bright foods. I even cook with peppers, and I'm not really supposed to because of food allergies. But I love the color and the smell. But it if I eat too many peppers, red bell peppers, or sometimes yellow bell peppers, I get symptoms and I feel it in my cheek. I'm like, oh no, I shouldn't have done that. It's not a good feeling.
now, what would be a, you know, 1, 2, or 3 of like the top pain points that your clients are dealing with when they come to you? Like, what is like a main pain point that you can provide support on? Like, what would they say?
I have a lot of people that come to me with like, there's there's so many. I'll just say inflammation is a huge contributor to a lot of the pain in um, any concern. It's inflammation and treating the inflammation. And the way to do that is eating non-starchy vegetables, and it's cutting out the sugars and just the things that would, contribute to causing the body to have inflammation. And a way to eliminate it is by eating like a lot more greens and foods that neutralize your body, because we as human beings, we are an acidic pH. And when we eat more leafy greens, or you could call it alkaline food, the pH balances our pH out, and then we're not as acidic. So, because what lives in an acidic body is disease. Disease can thrive in an acidic body. And the way to eliminate that is by cutting out the sugars and cutting out the junk food and eliminating those areas for it to thrive in.
My dear Mickey Meisner, she owns King and Water store up here in Vancouver. And do you drink alkaline water? Is that something that you incorporate into your lifestyle, or are you using the alkaline foods to kind of control your pH?
Yeah, I'm using the foods. You can actually alkalize your water with a little bit of baking soda. I make sure to drink purified water. Um, I was one of the people that didn't like water back in the day, so I I know when I start working with new clients, or continuing with clients, that water is a main issue for a lot of people. People are not drinking enough, and you have to at least drink it, because our bodies make up like 90% of our bodies is water. So if you're not drinking it to flush the toxins that are releasing, like when you're working out or you're moving, your lymphatic system is working and releasing toxins. You have to flush it out some way. So
Water and sweat.
you gotta make a note, or remind yourself, write a sticky note and put it on the fridge, or put it somewhere where you'll see it, to remind yourself. Even set yeah, I got some water too. Cheers.
Cheers, dear. Oh, no, it's over here. Oh my goodness. So,
yeah.
Do you have a inspirational quote that you live by that just really keeps you pushing forward?
Let thy food be thy medicine, by the hypocrites.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I heard something today. I I am connected with friends and business community with Caitlin Wilson over at Inlay Hyperbarics, and what she said today is, "Your health is your wealth."
Yeah.
And I love that statement, right? Like, your health is your wealth. What would you say the key to your success is?
The key to my success would be knowing my purpose, and knowing that I went through what I went through to be able to offer my hand to others. And I mean, it wasn't easy going through what I went through. And for a long time, it took me a long time to realize that I had to go through that so I could be ready when people came to me and said, I'm dealing with this, I have this chronic pain, or I'm dealing with this, I want to get off pills. Whatever the situation might be, I'm prepared and ready. And then if there's a learning curve for me, which usually there is when I'm working with, new clients, I have to find out who the client is and build that trust. And then also, everything is catered towards that client. It's not just like a one-way roadmap for each person. Definitely it's unique to the person when they come to me. So whether it's something that I'm learning, it's not medical advice, and it's definitely something that I help them understand. If it's out of my reach, that I would recommend they go to their doctors. If they're doing something very dramatic or changing something, such as the elimination of prescriptions or whatever it is, I always make sure to say you would want to check with your doctor, and alongside working with me, because that's another thing, is I have a whole network of people and professionals who I can refer, people that are out of my, like work that's out of my scope that I can refer my clients to. So
Incredible to have that network to be able to, you know, provide that support. So, okay, two things. We're going to end with, you know, how people can connect with you, but quick reminder, again, how can they win, have a chance to win your recipe book?
yes, I'm going to say this, and I'm very excited for all of you who want to win, because this is going to be very easy for some, and for some it might not. Just leave a comment, share the event to be entered twice, and we will draw the name from our hat within 24 hours.
Perfect. I'm going to toss that in comments here too.
Yep.
So, win. Oops. All right. And then what is the best way for people to connect with you?
So they can either email me at Jaclyn, Jaclyn, at jaclyncreations.com, or they can get a hold of me through Facebook if they're on here. That would be another way. And then if they reach out to me through Facebook, I'd be happy to give my number.
Awesome. Yay. Well, thank you so much for coming on with me today and letting me share you with my community, to, you know, provide that opportunity for anyone that is looking for an alternative solution to, maybe eliminate some pain, maybe to reduce weight, maybe to, you know, feel more clear-headed. It's amazing what food can do to your body, but how great food can also fuel you. Like, you know, the healthiest I've ever been in my life, which is not currently, was when I looked at food as fuel. The minute I considered it as fuel is how I was much better. I was conscious of what I was putting in my body. I think we've all heard the term, you know, intentional eating, but, you know, really just like, bringing awareness around it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, thank you
Definitely.
so much for coming on with me today. And
Thank
please
you,
reach out to
Jamie.
Jaclyn if you have any questions about her recipe book. If you want to talk about, you know, she is a vegan health coach, and just putting together a plan for yourself moving into 2021.
Definitely.
All right, folks, happy Thursday. Have a beautiful day. Bye now.